Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be our August 2019 budget, and I want to tell you up front that right now I'm just going to share with you my budgeted column. So if you're new around here, hey y'all, how y'all doing? My name's Shakima. I'm a single mom of 4. I have 2 girls, 2 boys, 1 fur dog, and we just inherited a grandma. And we're living our best frugal life around here, doing the very best we can in the summertime. I'm a student of Dave Ramsey's University, Financial Peace. I have just gotten out of debt in May of 2019. I gave myself a goal of June 2019 to be totally done with every bit of debt that we had, and we beat that goal and we became debt-free in May. So I am a full-time public school employee. Well, I work August through June, and I am not employed in the months of June and July. So during the summer months, I take what's called a summer share, which means I put in a certain amount of money for 10 months of the year. They take it out of my paycheck, and that's put into an account. And in the summer months, in June and July, the last day of the month, they split that in half. Whatever I put in there, they split it in half, and I get half in June and half in July. And that is our summer money. It is about $1,000 less than I'm used to getting during the regular year, but I don't pay tithes on that money because I tithe on my full income for the 10 months that I get paid. This is money that I just have pulled out. It's kind of like if you would have a savings account and you would pull out a certain amount of money. I just have my bank pull out a certain amount of money for me every month for my summer month. So I don't have to have employment in the summer, and I can actually stay home with my children. So this month, I'm going to be sharing something a little bit different with you, or sharing my budget a little bit differently. Now, the budget sheet that I use is online. It's usually linked down in the description box below if anybody wants to use it. It has worked for me. Previous to this, I used a different budget worksheet that was some friends of mine had worked the Dave Ramsey's worksheet out and kind of made a sheet that would follow that budget template. But I have found about a year or a little bit more ago, it's called the MYMT budget worksheet, and it has the budget in full view on the first page, but then it has weekly spending. So week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5, depending on how many weeks we have in a month. So I've been using this sheet, and I love it because I love being able to track my expenses during the week that I spend money. I'm very heavy the first week because whenever I get paid, I get paid on either the 30th or the 31st, and then I start paying bills on the 1st of the next month. So I'm usually pretty heavy that first month of the first week of the month, because that's when I usually typically get paid. And so I like to track my expenses to see where I'm spending and see where I can shave off some expenses, or hey, this was a tight week, so don't spend more here. And it just works out for me. This month though, and I usually just show you, well, on this sheet, there's a budgeted category and then there's an actual category. So the budgeted category is what I am thinking things might be. The actual category is what I actually spent on each category. So it is broken down into several, and I'll show you. But this month, normally I just show you what the bills are that I have. And then I might tell you, okay, but I still need to get this, 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 and this. I don't ever put it on my budget sheet. I just tell you about it. This month, what I did was I went ahead and put every expense that I could think of in my budgeted column. Everything I need to have for the month of August. Every bill I need to pay, every thing the kids want, extra trips were going on, anything is already listed in my budget. I do not have the actual column filled out because I actually haven't done anything. I haven't paid any bills, but I just filled in the budget. So I want to share with you what that looks like right now. Alrighty, you guys, so here is the budget worksheet, and it is my personal budget worksheet, or my spending plan for the month of August 2019. So this does have 2 columns. It has the budgeted column and it has the actual column. So right now we're just looking at the budgeted column. So under my income expenses, I have payroll deposit, kids deposit, which is child support, YouTube payments or Google AdSense, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, monies, blessings, or funds transferred. So right now, what I have budgeted for is $1,965, and that's the amount that I have put into my summer share account. Or once they had all the monies totaled and then they divided it by 2 months, that was what each month was, $1,965. All right, so my income, again, payroll deposit, kids deposit, YouTube payments, travel reimbursements, unexpected gifts, money, blessings, funds transfer. So right now, the only thing I have is $1,965. That's my total income for this month. Now, we're moving down into my expenses. So I have living expenses, regular payments, and then a couple others under there. So under my living expenses, this is what we would normally see. My mortgage is $910. My electric bill this month is $178.49. Now, I called my electric company. They have no contingency for using equipment like medical equipment. There's no discounts. There's nothing except the fact that they will put a note on your account that you have that you're using this, and if for some reason you fall behind in your payments, they will not shut your power off. They'll give you some leeway or some grace time. So that doesn't help me as far as my bill is concerned. So we are $178.49, which is lower than it was last month. Last month it was $197. But my water bill is $96.84. And again, I think that's because we had a toilet that was running. So we have since got the toilet fixed. And now I'm going to see what next cycle water bill brings, because it should not be this high. It should be between 50 and 60, in the high 60s, but it should not be $100. So we think that totally came from the running toilet that was in the kids' bathroom. And I don't normally use that one, so I didn't realize that it was running. But now we've gotten that fixed and everything should be great. My internet is $70.99. And then my lawn care is $60. So this is the last season that my lawn guy will be coming, and he is taking his time to show Jackson how to cut the grass. Jackson cut the grass for the very first time today on his own. With our lawn guy was out there. He was doing the edging, but he was training Jackson to cut the grass. And so we will not have this lawn care expense after this season. We're going to finish out the season. My lawn guy will finish until he'll cut grass until October, and after October he will not cut our grass anymore because he is a college student, but he is actually finishing up and moving on and doing some other things. All right, the next category are my regular payments. So as you can tell, my student loan is paid. My Amazon Prime was gifted to me for a year. PureFlix was gifted to me for a year. I have my Health Wage Gym, which is an automatic draft at $25. The life insurance for the kids, we pay that twice a year, so that's done. Taekwondo this month, $325. I went ahead and already paid, well, last month I paid for the kids' tournament that they will compete in August. So that's already prepaid. The kids went to camp last month. That was prepaid. Alana needed some new equipment. That was already paid for. So Taekwondo should not be any more than what you see here, but you never know. Things just come up, different tournaments and stuff, and we have to, do those. CCRDU, which was my college, my graduation is September 14th, and I still have a $100 graduation fee that I need to pay. I paid half, and I need to pay the second half. This has to be paid by August the 15th, and I should put myself a note here that says by the 15th. So I just want to know that I need to pay that by the 15th, and then I'm good. Nothing else under those regular payments. All right, moving down to my food expenses. Now I changed this. This used to say Weight Watchers. I took that off because I'm not doing Weight Watchers. I am doing keto. So for my groceries, all I had left after I paid all the bills was $58.68. So I'm leaving that number there. That's not nearly enough to get us through the month, but that's just the number that I'm going to leave there because that's what I had. I am hoping to have $200 in this category, but I cannot say I will or I won't just yet. I just know I don't have it right now. Restaurant meals, we hardly ever eat out. And then Sam's and Costco, I actually just put those in there so I'd have place fillers. I rarely go to Sam's even though I do have a membership. The only thing I would get from there is almond flour, and the same with Costco. Sometimes I will go with a friend and I'll get almond flour, bacon crumbles, and that's usually about the only two things I get from there. I'm not a bulk shopper because it's way more than what my budget can allow for. So I just put those two categories in as fillers, and if I do happen to hit Sam's or Costco for the almond flour, then I'll put that in there. The next category down is personal expenses. Now here is where some things that are not normally on here are on here now. For hair care, Jackson needs a haircut and I need a haircut when I go back to work on the 11th. So I won't get my hair cut until the 11th. Well, I get it cut the Friday before. That's $18 for mom. And then Jackson's haircut is $12. So that would be $30 and we won't get our haircut anymore this month. So one haircut for him and one haircut for mom, and that will be $30. Alrighty, so dentist, doctors, prescriptions, etc. So Jackson had a specialist appointment, or he has a specialist appointment for his allergist. The copay is $85. So normally, let's see what my note says. Yeah, Jackson goes to the allergist August 1st. That's $85 for that copay. I have a little bit on my benefits card, so I'm going to try to use that up. And then whatever I don't cover on that, I'll put the rest of it to this payment. Moving down, miscellaneous kids. The kids have to take their EOGs this month. And so it's $25 each for their EOGs. We do the CAT test. And so I put that in as far as $50. Now I'm going to pay for their EOGs when their dad sends some money, because right now in my $1,965, there is no room for EOGs. So I'll wait until dad sends the money and then I will do their EOGs. We're thinking we will be able to do our EOGs on the 5th, Monday, August 5th. The next one down is $120. That is for my termite inspection. I actually may not have to pay that until September, but I did want to put it in because I got a notice that my termite inspection was coming due this month. So they will come and do it, and then you have like 30 days to pay. So I just put it in. If I'm able to pay it, I will. And if not, it's no problem. I will just get it next month. The next thing down is for Gracie. We put $40 for her food. And that's our personal expenses. All right, now, gas is always $120. That's $40 per, $30 per week for 4 weeks. So I go back to work on the 11th, but I won't actually be traveling to my schools until like the 25th, 6th, 7th, somewhere in the latter part of the month. So I will be okay just getting regular gas that I would normally get. Now I will have to up this to $200 in September because I do travel for my job. So for right now, I'm okay because I don't have any travel out to my schools until the last week of August. So we'll be okay. I do need to get my oil changed because I have put a lot of miles on my car and I'm almost at 5,000 miles. So I do need to do that. And I just budgeted in $45 for that. Now, my tires need to be replaced. They have to be replaced either by the end of August or the 1st of September. For a new set of tires, it generally costs me about $250 at the place that I go to. And so I just put that in so I'll know what I'm looking at as far as having to have that expense. Moving further down to the last part is my miscellaneous expenses. So I do not do tithe in the summer because I've already tithed my full income for the 10 months that I worked. I tithe off the gross, not the net. So I've already met that obligation. Damon Thompson Ministries, we don't partner with them anymore. I actually probably need to take that out. And then savings or emergency funds transfer. What am I going to put in my savings account? So I don't have anything there. And I'm actually going to probably make that say baby step number 3 because I'm moving towards baby step number 3. Here where it says gifts, my cohort, the group of us, are getting together to do a gift for our professor and the dean of the school, because we will be the first graduating class of Christ College, and we do want there to be a commemorative of our coming through. So I put here $100. I actually technically don't have to have that until we go to till graduation, which is September 14th, but I'd like to go ahead and be saving towards it if I could. And then here, kids curriculum for both Jackson and Alana, I put $400 as a guesstimate. Normally it's closer to $500, but that's just a strong guesstimate. All right, so I took you back up under personal expenses because I forgot to write something down. So Alana's doctor bill, if you look under where we have hair and nails, this was the only place I could throw it in, or I could have put it under recreation. So Alana's doctor bill. Back in the beginning of the summer, Alana started having some pains and just some unexplained hurting. And we ended up having to take her in for an ultrasound, and we have to pay now for the ultrasound. So where we were debt-free, we have now incurred a doctor's bill. That doctor's bill is right at, between the ultrasound and the radiology, is right at $600. So that's the only debt we have. That's that $600 that I do have to pay. They will give us a discount if we pay it by August the 9th, about 25%, but I don't have the money to pay it by August the 9th. But I do plan to have that bill paid this month. Whatever their dad sends, we will put towards her doctor's bill. And then whatever else has to happen will happen after that. So I do plan to make several payments. I plan to do like a 4-week payment plan. And if I need to stretch it out more, that's fine. I perfectly can. I do pick up a supplement in October that is, it helps us if we have to catch up on any bills or anything like that. I do use that supplement for that. I also use that supplement for Christmas money. So you'll see in October, well, for my November budget, I'll put a line item in here that'll say Christmas savings, and I'll move a chunk of that into savings, and then I'll also put some of that in baby step number 3. So at this point, after having put that whole doctor's bill in, if we look, my total expenses for the month are $3,665. That's what I should pay if I get everything on this list. That puts my budget over by $1,700. Now, I don't have $1,700 anywhere to make up that deficit. But remember, some things can be shifted, right? So kids don't start back school until September. I don't even have to get curriculum before the last week of August, because I just need enough time to get it here and load it on their computer. It's the same program we've used over the years, so there's nothing new there. I am going to try to do some eBay selling to see if I can sell some stuff to gain some of this monies. Also, I can reduce my gift if I need to. The tires I can push into September 1st if I need to. The miscellaneous, the termite inspection, we can push that into September if we need to. I will have to have more grocery money, so I'm going to have to make an allowance for groceries. I do have to pay for my graduation fees, and then everything else up there is necessary. So a couple things to mention. The kids probably will get money this month, so I'll just put it in whenever it comes under my actual column. We usually do a Google AdSense of some kind. Last month it was $147.47. So whatever that is, that'll go towards something. And then my aunt usually sends me, well, last month she sent me some to help pay for the water bill and the utilities. And so this month she sent me, or will send me, something to pay for the water bill and utilities, just to help, because I normally don't have oxygen running 24 hours a day in my home. So my utilities have been way more expensive since my mom has been here. So she's going to send something there. So I know there'll be 3 of these categories filled. And then for travel reimbursement, I went on a business trip in July. I will submit my form in August, and probably by August 30th, I will have a travel reimbursement. That will go on my September budget, but it could potentially, it's like $150, so that could pay for my termite inspection. That's how I'm going to look at it that way. Okay, you guys, so that was different than what I normally share. Normally, I just share the bills that have to be paid, and then I say, okay, well, I know I still need to do this. The reason I put it on there this time is for me, because sometimes I'll forget that something needs to be paid because it's not a regular bill or regular payment. I don't want to forget anything this month, and then if I need to take it into next month, that's fine, no problem. I can take it into next month. So I hope you understand why I did that. There's a large discrepancy in there, and I do realize that. But the tires I can get the last day of August because I actually won't be traveling. I'll be at my office, which is not a far way to go. So I'll be at my office for the first couple weeks of school because they're teacher work days. So all work days. I'll go to my schools to meet with my principals a couple times, but I won't actually be stationed at my school until the students come back. So that's how we'll deal with that. So if I needed to hold off to get tires till the end of the month, perfectly fine. I have to get my oil changed. Like I said, if I needed to decrease the gift for the cohort, I can decrease that with no problem, but I have to pay my graduation fees. My termite inspection, I don't have to pay for that until the 1st of September. They'll do it in August, and then they'll give us 30 days to pay, so I can move that there. So I do want to see if I can account for every single penny. There will probably not be any Goodwill shopping this time unless somebody blesses me and say, okay, use this for the Goodwill, which some people do. I have been blessed before, and they say you are not allowed to buy groceries. You're not allowed to buy anything for the kids. You have to buy something for you. If that happens, praise the Lord. If it doesn't, we're okay. I do have a gift haul coming for you. A friend of mine just gave me a couple more big bags of clothing. So I will have a gift haul, not a thrift haul, but I think people like those as well. And I want to make sure that I can stay exactly within budget in the grocery store. So again, I'm planning for 200 if I can make it 200, but I do like for our size family being able to have 300 at least, if not 400, especially being on keto. So I'm going to do my very best to bring you along all the way through to make sure that we are staying within budget. We are moving into baby step number 3. You will not see anything in baby step number 3 until I get my August paycheck, which will be my September budget. When I go back to work, we will get a full paycheck in August. So we work mid-August to mid-June, but we get a full paycheck in mid-August. So those 2 weeks we work in June are actually to cover the 2 weeks they pay for us ahead in August. So that's why I don't get a June paycheck, is because I work those 2 extra weeks in June to make up for the August paycheck that they give us a full check like we work the whole month, even though we only work for 2 weeks. So when I get paid in August, which will be a full paycheck, you will then start seeing savings for baby step number 3. And what I'm going to do is look at my student loan payment, my PureFlix, and my Amazon, and whatever those monies I was paying, I'm going to chunk that together, and that will chunk into my baby step number 3. Because I would have been used to paying that already out of my paycheck from last year. So I won't miss those funds. So I will do it that way. And then if I get Google AdSense or whatever, either I will use that for video equipment or whatever I need for YouTube, or I will chunk that into baby step number 3. So we're excited. I do have that one bill for Alana. Well, it's 2 bills. One's a radiology bill and one is for the ultrasound itself. So right at about $600, but we're going to knock that out with no problem. Once you learn gazelle intensity in your budget, it sticks with you, and I'm thankful to be able to have income of some kind to pay for it. Even if that means what dad sends, then I have to use that to pay for the bill. It's no problem. It's my insurance. So I'm thankful it wasn't more than that, because we didn't meet the deductible, which is why we have to pay that, because the kids have not been sick. So they have not met their deductible. They've only had well visits. So if they, I met my deductible because I had been sick a little bit, but the kids have not. So that's why the bill was so high. And I do have a claim form to fill out for a diagnostic procedure. We do hope that the ultrasound will count as a diagnostic procedure. If it does, my supplemental insurance will send me $250. So I have that form to fill out. I do need to drop it by the doctor's office so that they can fill out their little part and fax it over. If it qualifies, then we will get $250 towards the $600. So that'll be great. So I'm going to take that paper over tomorrow to the doctor and see if she will fill out that portion for us. And then they'll just fax it over and tell us yes or no whether, they will pay for the procedure or not. So anywho, there it is, you guys. That is this month's budget for the month of August, as best as we can tell you right now. When you see me again, which will be week 1 update, I will have that come out on Sunday. You'll see where I've paid the bills and what actually did come into those actual categories. Right now, I have just shown you the budgeted, and I will show you the actuals, and those budget update videos come out on Sunday. So every Sunday in the month of August, you'll see an update of some kind. So anywho, there it is. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, thumb it up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell, that way you never miss an upload from us. If you have any comments or questions on how we budget, please leave us a comment down below. We'd be happy to explain it as best as we know. We're trying to do our very best with Dave Ramsey. Dave has helped us over the years. There's no way, as a single mom, with the amount of debt that we had and things that happened, that we should be where we are, but God is always faithful and He takes care of us. So we are thankful for that. Please, please, please don't feel sorry for us. We are good. God is good all the time. And my kids and I are fine. It's Super Doubles this week, which means Harris Teeter has some crazy deals out there. I got my coupons. I got my coupon book. I got my kids. We're about to get in here and start shuffling through so that I can hit them stores really hard to get all of the deals. And that will help us with our monthly grocery budget. So God makes a way. He provides for us. We are thankful for that. Anywho, thank you guys again so much for stopping by our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.